Hey everybody, it's Chris Bunbury here again for JoBlo.com from the Toronto International Film Festival with a review of Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water, in which Sally Hawkins plays a mute cleaning woman working the graveyard shift at a top-secret government installation in the Cold War era who befriends an imprisoned sea creature being experimented upon by an overzealous agent played by Michael Shannon and a mysterious doctor played by Michael Stuhlbarg. Now, in my opinion, the making of a great director is when, after watching the film, it seems like no one else could have possibly made it. Such is the case with Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water, which is so thoroughly infused with his sensibility that it feels like something he's been building towards for years, and perfectly fuses all his strengths as a director. Those strengths include his love of the weird or off-kilter, as well as his passion for cinema and compassion for the underdog, human or non. Without a doubt, this ranks up there with Pan's Labyrinth as one of his masterpieces, and a significantly unique entry into his canon. Despite being set in the 60s, it's a deeply modern film in that despite the fantastical elements, it never shies away from taboo, be it sexuality or violence, with frank doses of both, earning the R rating but also signifying that del Toro's trying to make something for grown-ups, something his fans will appreciate given how tame most fantasy is these days. Sally Hawkins has a magnificent starring part as Elisa, who bears scars over her voice box explaining her mute status. A lonely lady but still upbeat with the joy of simply being alive, she spends her days tending to her older upstairs neighbor, played by Richard Jenkins, who's a commercial artist newly fired for being gay. When she stumbles upon Doug Jones's tortured sea creature, her sense of empathy, rather than horror at his otherworldly appearance, leads to a strong connection being forged between the two, while her kind supervisor, played by Octavia Spencer, looks on in vague disapproval. It all comes together as a thoroughly original love story fable, although it never quite goes down the path you think it will, spinning Cold War intrigue into what becomes a sprawling tale full of excitement. Del Toro constantly surprises with nods to classic musicals, including a full-on number sprinkled in, complemented by stunning production design and a wonderful score by Alexandre Desplat. While this is Hawkins' show, the supporting cast is uniformly excellent, with many supporting nod potentials among the cast, including Spencer, who evokes deep humanity, Michael Shannon, who's truly terrifying as a study in sadism, and best of all, Jenkins, who seems like a sure bet for some Oscar love. The Shape of Anything really is a magnificent piece of film, and for all of del Toro's ambitions, which led him to abandoning projects rather than doing compromised versions, you see here that he's really best when he's just allowed to do his own thing unencumbered. No one but him could have made a movie like this, and we should all be grateful he got the opportunity, as it's truly an instant classic. I give this one a 10 on 10. Till next time, it's Chris Bunbury for JoBlo.com.